Greetings, this is Frianair Rivaventra, the half-elven YouTuber, and I come to you once again with another Critical Role reaction. Now we will together watch and react to the part 2 of Critical Role's Exandria Unlimited Calamity, episode 2. If you haven't seen the first part or even the both parts of the first episode, I invite you to please go and watch. All I'll say as recap is right now they may be looking for a gift which possible hazardous stuff. They don't know what's in it, but it a cultist under disguised as an automaton servant brought a package in to infiltrate the city of Avalier. And crucial point. Now, for those of you who don't know about the Calamity, when I hold this down, when I put down this finger, you'll know that there'll be no more spoilers. But just in case you haven't gotten the spoiler warning, here goes. According to the history things, Vespenchorus was the archmage who said brought about the return of the betrayer gods, which resulted in a second war between them and the prime gods, or I forget what the exact term. The prime deities and the and brought about and this was known as the Calamity. Now we'll get into the break videos. I'll probably skip anything that we've already seen already. Oh, and just one quick thing. No, I'll be telling you this later, so no point with spoilers. But I think Vespenchorus, even if it's just his image appearing in a mirror here, indicates that he might have plans to try to use the city, and perhaps well, we don't know if he actually knows about this yet, but he probably does. One of the player characters, new invention which can plane ship the whole city, and maybe he might be planning to use that to, in my opinion, ferry the other the betrayer gods back to the prime material world.
Hi, Troga.
Yeah. His would be like quintessential boomer Twitter, where it's like not quite done right. It's just like a picture of him from like high school.
This is the deepest lore. Were you close with anybody in the Nobodies?
All of them.
No, I mean like close.
All of them.
No.
You're weird. You're not though. But
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, let's see what happens.
Oh, what the fuck?
Oh, this is it, fellas.
Hey critters, Laura Bailey here to guide you through what's new in the Critical Role shop. Oh my gosh, it's so amazing. Could anything be more perfect? Style should never be a dumpster, darling. Look at this. Isn't it fashion? So much fashion happening here. Oh, so comfy cozy.
No, this one on not that tinted guy.
And hey, if you want, you can head over to the Critical Role shop right now.
We now go live to a special address from the President.
Hey, dweebs! Now as your president, I've been kind of killing it lately. I gave global warming an atomic wedgie, I balanced the budget by selling my paw collection, and I saved the Queen of England from that octopus. But my kick-assery is far from done. According to this chart that I made, an estimated 35% of you are still a bunch of nasty goobers. But don't worry, I have a plan. Operation Gag Me with a Spoon. It's easy sleazy. According to this study that I wrote, if every citizen subscribed to Critical Role on Twitch, we could reduce maximum goobage by a metric buttload. Twitch is the only place where you'll get a live and moderated chat. And if you subscribe to Critical Role, you instantly get access to all their shows as soon as the live broadcast ends. So, while you're oogling these Critical Role dorks with their sick goof-em-ups and their nutty voices, think of me, Gail, the current president of whatever. Now I gotta go make a fresh batch of spitballs, but I guess I have some time for your boring questions. You!
Gail, is it true that if you subscribe to Critical Role through Prime Gaming, you have to resubscribe every month?
Yeah. I do it right after my monthly prank call to Peon O'Brien. Next question.
Does Critical Role have exclusive emotes for their subscribers?
Do we? Of course they do. I like the Hello Bees one because bees are cool. I replaced my whole security detail with a bunch of bees that think I'm their queen.
Yeah, I thought so. It's
yeah, with all due respect, is Operation Gag Me with a Spoon a real policy, or are you mad goofing?
Am I mad goofing? What, do you see me scarfing milk duds while doodling ding-dongs on the Sky Mall catalog? Listen, I know I'm new to this, and I admit that when I made the wish to be the boss of everything, I did not know the witch that works at Woolworths was listening. But Faustian bargain or not, I am the president now, and I have an obligation to lead this country. So to answer your question, no, I am not mad goofing. Security, take him out! Later, Shotruckers!
Oh, good God. Our security staff has invaded the chat. And with that,
on camera.
Wesley Snipes tax evasion.
We had to have caught it on camera.
Right? It was so late.
It was so late in the game. Folks, we're coming back to Exandria Unlimited Calamity after the break. We return now to the Palazzo Porco, where the Ring of Brass stands up from the ivy table. I love it. I think it's great. You stand. There is much to do. Many of the cards held by those assembled here are now on the table. The Astral Layrite is functional, and it has one chance and one chance alone to work, and that is today. And the ritual of the Archmage Vespin Chloris appears to have done something terrible. You stand up from this place. You want to investigate the gift of Dean Hollow, Lycretia Hollow.
Yes, I think me and Leyrin are tagging along. Yep. And quick stop at the gift table.
Long, beautifully wrapped gift, very stylish, as is the fashion for necromancers. It's a velvet black box with a sort of lovely black ribbon on it.
The most goth
of gifts. It's quite long. It's quite elongated. You open it up, and you see there's a small...
Is it trapped? Is it a bomb? Is it anything like that?
You don't detect any magic on it at all.
No magic. Okay.
But your cousin is dead.
You detect no magic on it whatsoever. You open it up. For this enormous box, you see there's like a velvet raised stand that's the whole length of the box, and in the center, in a sort of depression shaped for it, there's a small vial of a clear liquid. It's quite small, like less than a mouthful. And there's a note attached to it.
Read it.
The note says, "When the time comes, this will be the easier way out. All things end. Lives, stories, even ages."
What? Do you read that out loud? Because I am for sure, like, opening other gifts.
I don't read it out loud.
Why not?
I fold it, and I just make eye contact with Leyrin. We have enough of a bond that you just see me look at you.
Necromancers have such a penchant for the dramatic.
So poetic.
We should have a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone who wants to give me a medicine check.
Natural 20.
Let's go.
Oh, girls got it.
The reason you did not detect magic is that the faintly sweet, incredibly deadly poison within the vial is non-magical.
We need to have a conversation. And I'm going to drop the vial.
Drop it?
Yeah, so it shatters.
Oh, okay. What if it's like aroma activated?
Then we all die here, baby. And it smells like juicy fruit.
50-foot square foot.
I was just being
I immediately turn with the freshly shattered glass behind me.
Yeah.
Thanks to Leyrin, badass. And I scan. Do I see Lycracia Hollow at all? Probably not.
No roll necessary. You do not see Lycracia Hollow. You see Madara Glyph, who was speaking to her earlier, which you know is the valedictine of your underling at the Abjuration Guild.
Go shake her down!
I immediately just bring the orb, my orb, in front of me, and it kind of widens a little bit, scrying. I'm looking for that bitch.
You get your orb and scry. Most people wouldn't recognize what this is, but as someone who has a ring of mind shielding, you know exactly what it is.
Okay.
I should have known that. We all
Didn't
have those.
collect the mind shielding rings before the party started.
Everyone's got one.
Look, I'm not going. This one isn't a key party, all right?
Everyone drop your mind shielding. It's not fair to protect your mind.
That's right, man. Put it in the fishbowl.
You'll have a better experience if you don't. All right. Yeah, she's currently missing in action.
Do we think Madara has any information?
She's your assistant. You tell me.
I don't pay attention to people dumber than me.
That is incredibly fair. Let's go talk to her.
Madara is standing there going like, it's of course love. I mean, the last, and sees both of you walking straight towards her, and you see she like swallows a full gulp of air into her stomach, just like just at both of your power and station. And he goes, keep back, Kavika Starkane, hello.
Follow me.
Yeah, you lead, I'm gonna like be behind her in just the most stressful sandwich she's ever been in.
She follows and says, you go into like a little private corner. whatever
We
to
don't need to make small talk.
Yep.
Where's Lucretia Hollow?
So, I'm sweating.
I do a little cantrip gust to cool her down.
She says, Lucretia Hollow. Oh, the dean was speaking to me. She was speaking to me earlier, prior to Sir Ilores coming over, that she had invited the champion Pervan-Seelie to the gathering, which I thought very strange because she then quite grievously, made the guest uncomfortable, which is fine. I agree that, the age of the gods is over, but... I think she wanted to make apologies to him because I saw her whisper to Magister Cormorant and say that she was going to follow him, and then I saw. Well, what did I see? Give me an Arcana check.
I just want to assist you on this.
Yeah.
Oh no.
What is she trying to do? What are you doing, bitch?
Yeah.
Have done to her.
25.
25. 25 lets you know that you should be casting Detect Thoughts right now.
Okay, that's... yeah, Detect Thoughts. Let's do it.
As she goes there, leave it to... Well, it's hard to tell who cast it, but you know it wasn't an enchanter because this Modify Memory was sloppy and it was done very fast. Madara saw Lucretia cast a spell, and either Lucretia or somebody else quickly, in the midst of a party, modified her memory to forget it. But you see, she says, yes, I think Lucretia wanted to apologize to the champion, Pervan.
I probe deeper. Detect Thoughts. I don't give a fuck right now. She
On a 25, you burrow deeper into the memory, and you get to a memory that Madara can no longer access. You see Lucretia go invisible to follow Pervan out of the room, and you see Magister Cormorant turn, who was also one of the people speaking, and you see Cormorant says, "Oh, Valedictine, can I speak with you for a moment?" and put a hand on her neck and begin to tap a somatic component to a Modify Memory spell. Wow. On her neck. Wow. As she goes in, you look at Madara's eyes looking out, and you see in her memory a bit of magic. A spell, some kind of dangerous spell, something crackling, something that you recognize is about to break invisibility. Like, the invisibility that Lucretia cast on herself was low level, the kind of thing that an attack or a spell gets rid of, right? The invisibility was about to fade because Lucretia was about to do something deadly. And then you see and hear Pervan as Loquacious and Xerxes run out. And because they ran out, Lucretia killed the spell.
Damn, they were going to take a shot.
I saved someone's life today.
Oh my. Don't tell him. Please don't tell him.
I was there too, and I said champion, which stopped him.
Yes.
And then you watch as Lucretia, in the memory, well, now you're past the memory, but you remember the interaction that Xerxes and Loquacious described, which was their presence in front of Pervan-Seelie up until the moment that he vanished, because they did not leave his side until he teleported away from the city.
You guys changed canon.
You guys saved the future of Exandria.
Heroes.
No one tell them.
It's been a great mini campaign.
That's what we played for, right?
Oh my god.
So Madara is standing in front of you and goes, sorry, I can't be more helpful, but then there was a moment, and then Magister Cormorant became quite distracted once again in her memories. You see, you see Madara speaking, and Cormorant literally reacts like someone tapped his shoulder, but you didn't see anyone tap his shoulder, and you see that it's like, And then he left quite abruptly as well, the Magister. I believe he said something about having to attend to some business in his offices, which is strange. On an evening such as this, a wonderful gathering, a party. But Magister Cormorant is free to do as he wishes. Have I done anything to give offense or anything?
Not knowing what you're discovering, you definitely see Layrin about to rip into her. Because I have no idea. I just think she's incompetent. Actually, you've been getting drunk at a party, and there's something bigger happening. What is your whole deal? What is the point of you? Valedicting. You are a representative of the Abjura, and I find, frankly, all of your behavior tonight specifically to be soppy.
Go home, Madara.
I am very sorry.
Have your replenishment.
She wordlessly turns and walks out of here.
So why did we let her leave and not take her to the Magisters?
I've got everything I need to know. Magister Cormorant are a part of this. He seems to be in cahoots, as they say, with the Dean. And I take the sphere in front of my face in between me and Layrin, and you just see kind of like a projection in the sphere of the memory that I pulled from her mind and play it back.
I might have to admit that I was needlessly harsh to a subordinate.
No. Her dress was atrocious. Did you see that?
It was bad. And honestly, if you can get a modify memory cast on you, what kind of wizard are you anyway?
She should be more careful.
Truly.
She deserves the night off.
Give me make up with her tomorrow, I'm sure.
Give me a perception check with advantage. Call it a DC 15.
Well.
Both bad.
Oh, that's bad. 12.
Yeah. Oopie.
Cool.
2 and a 5.
So you have what you have what you have from Madara. The rest of the Ring of Brass. So you've looked at the gift. You've talked to Madara. The party moves on, but time is of the essence. It's getting closer to midnight.
I do jump on to our walkie-talkies and inform everybody. Magister Cormorant has something to do with this, and word on the street is he can be found in his offices.
I'm right across the lobby from you. I can see. Hi, I'm over here. Hi. Yeah. So.
Oh, wait, you're still here?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Weren't you doing something else?
But are you going to go do that? Are you going to go take care of that Cormorant thing?
I would love to go to the Magisterium.
I'm tapping into our group chat through the telepathic bond. Because you downloaded that into
Everyone can hear this.
Great.
Yes.
So what's our next move? We're about to go.
We were planning on heading to the Hall of Prophecy to see if we might consult with regard to Xerxes' visions.
Isn't it closed?
We're going to see if we can open it.
Okay.
And if not, I had intentions of scrying on one of the prophets or the oracles I might be familiar with, that we might just go to them directly.
Good.
I was going to go check out my records on Vespin Chloris, just to see if we could glean any more historical information about him. Are you coming with, or are you going to go to your place?
100% knowledge is the key. I feel like the more we can learn about the man before whatever he did took place, it may serve us well.
So I'm off to the tome, to the Herald's Tome.
All of you head off. The Hall of Prophecy, the Herald's Tome, the Magisterium, the Ring of Brass, on a night where you should have been reveling till sunrise.
Be drunk.
Hey, there's only 6 people in this town who work, and you're looking at them.
You have a Xerox machine at the Herald's Tome, right? We can we can get into some trouble.
We can't say that word Xerox. It's copyrighted. But, we have a photocopy.
And Cormorant would be at the magisterium, or would he be in the library? That's where. Okay.
Yeah, he said he's going to his offices.
Speaker of the Fourth.
Yes, Speaker of the Fourth. Cool. You head off. I'm going to go ahead and say that. This is. You know what? I'll say here. I'm going to roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
See who we cut to. I know. Back to back.
Back to back. Incredible. We're going to follow you guys to the Herald's Tome.
Did you roll a 5 or a 6?
I rolled a 6.
That was a 5.
I would assume, records at the Herald's Tome of any notable figures. We keep records and also recordings, audio and visual of notable people from around the world in case we need to use them in upcoming stories. But also sometimes we pre-record stories that might not be time sensitive. So with your blessing, Brennan, I bring him to the room where we keep all of these sort of pre-recorded crystal shards that have these messages and information on them. Nobody's here, though, because everyone's out partying. So I'm trying to make my way and figure out the filing system. I haven't done this in years. Usually I have assistants who do this for me. And so I pick up one thing and put it in, and it says, it's a recording of me saying, it is with a heavy heart that I must report the death of Eldemir the Wise. His reign was long, and he was a Highland, and I take it out. That will be run someday, obviously. And then I stick in something else, and it's a pre-recorded advertisement. Come to Mulligan's Tavern. The third best ale in Avalier, but the first best for making friends. And I take it out.
You know what? I'll take it. I don't drink, so that actually works for me.
And I'm looking for anything that I can find on on this man.
As you guys walk in, you again have this incredible chamber. It's a circular chamber with all these crystals stored throughout. These like beautiful. Everything in here is like gold and brass, and there are a bunch of little stands that make the sort of like project 3-dimensional illusory recordings. I mean, this is a whole group of bards that work at the tome. Illusion magic is second nature, so it's these amazing recordings. Let me ask this. As you get here, you have so much stuff. I will ask for either history checks or investigation checks. As you walk in, it's also the sort of strange, like, there's a little bit of a being in the Herald's Tome at night. Empty cubicles, empty workspaces, and the lights are all off. You're inside, and
I would also just say, out of habit, I do my normal thing, which is to investigate a space, look for things that may not be there, use the unerring eye, and just check it because it's after hours, but also if we're on a specific trail, who knows? Who might else be?
Yeah.
Certainly. Please look around. I must admit, I have been here on occasion after hours, sometimes accompanied with, you know,
make it a private chat.
Oh. Wow.
God.
Sorry.
Like peaks somehow.
Can you mute your microphones, please? Thank you.
But yes, so there could be some people wandering about or finding hard surfaces to, you know, lay down on or
Hard
something.
Just for the room and the space, anything that might be there or visual or non-visual, 23 investigation.
Ooh, my history is terrible. It's only a 9.
Cool. you're looking through, and
but I can roll that d4.
Yeah, roll the d4.
That's cocked. Oh, it added 4. That's a 13.
13. You start pulling a lot of stuff. I'm going to say on that investigation check, you grab a bunch. So we're going to go with that very high investigation check. So history, you're having a hard time remembering stuff. So with that investigation, you basically just pull everything. It's like, okay, we can't narrow this down. We got to pull it all. So we're going to be here for a minute, like running through it. As you do, you also find something that's not about Vespin Chloris at all. But you find something about the Herald's Tome. But we'll talk about Vespin first.
Oh my god!
I don't even know.
Jake is up.
I got your number. This is what's happening.
You did a bunch of stuff that I made up and didn't tell you.
You speak infernal, don't you?
Yeah. So here's the thing.
I've been calling him a betrayer god for years, and no one's been listening.
So here's the deal. You pull a name right away. The reporter that got the most stuff on Vespin, that actually went out and hustled and talked to him. This interview is like, this series of interviews is like 8 or 9 years old. It's like a much younger Vespin. You recognize the reporter's name, Elena Tuveris. You find a bunch of interviews. There's some stuff that Vespin actually said that was printed, that actually made it into some of the Herald's Tome. That's the easiest stuff to find. He talked a big game, even back in the day, about the matron's ritual. He never made reference to himself, but he said it's a matter of time before someone recreates the ritual. He said anything that is achieved, he says it goes against every virtue of this age to believe that something that is achievable by one is not, at least in theory, achievable by all. He went on to say, again, arrogance and hubris is a staple of the age. He said that it was his belief that a future ritual would not dethrone a prime deity. He said, after all, why would we wish to remove a force from this world that, while archaic and not necessarily where our vision of the future comes from, are nonetheless largely benevolent? Would it not make more sense to attempt to dethrone and remove something more nefarious from existence? So that's what you printed because it was of magical interest to the Archmages of Avalier, right? But there's a lot of other stuff that he said and did. You get an actual recording, which is one of the original things that Elena Tuveris actually recorded, right? You put that in. It's a recording of an interview with a cleric of Vasselheim that is giving a comment about mages attempting to recreate the matron's ritual. And of course, this was taken at a gala about like 9 years ago in Vasselheim. You see that the gala is clearly in Vasselheim. You can see the city outside the window. Behind this cleric who's speaking, there are 3 people talking. Vespin Chloris, Lycretia Hollow, and Loris of the Weaver's Mask.
Mother.
He was so cool. Cool guys don't do bad things.
She left.
As this is cropping up here, do any of you have the ability to read lips, or at least can make an attempt? Yes.
Yes.
As long as it's a language that I speak.
Yes, they are speaking common. Absolutely.
Doesn't have lips.
I'm going to manipulate
So it gives them the
playback of this interview, and blow it up and enhance.
So you see the herald himself goes enhance, enhance, enhance. Again, you are finding a breakthrough that might. This city is full of every arcane tome in the world, and the thing that might save Exandria is in the back of some B-roll footage of color commentary.
It's still on there.
Yeah.
It's like a shot of them pouring champagne flutes or something.
Yeah, exactly. You zoom in. Thankfully, for the future of Avalier, you see that you are catching like profiles at an angle of Loris. You notice Loris's mask on the side of his face and Dean Hollow. So Vespin is with his back against the window speaking, and you have a full view of his face and are able to sort of gather what he's saying. Reading his lips, you see him talking, and he's clearly reacting to something that Loris has just said. And you see he's sort of being very cavalier and says, well, of course, Loris, that's your opinion, and you're more than entitled to it. I don't take such a limited view of what is possible in an age of wonders. Obviously, if it were impossible, it wouldn't have already happened once. We're talking about how to improve on existing technology. The matron's breakthrough already opened the door for all of us. Look, you should know why these things are challenging. It's your fault in a way. And you see Loris says something you kind of can't see because you can't get a good eye on his lips. And he's like, oh, come now. You haven't read the pact? You know what the Gaudrashari are about. You see that he then says, you see that there's a momentary confusion. You see there's a moment of confusion, and he says, he looks at both of them and says, the City of Crowns bears the Tree of Names. He says, the City of Crowns bears the Tree of Names, and says, oh, am I saying something you don't know? Maybe if you took a little less time flying that city and a little bit more time cracking the books, you'd know this. And he finishes his drink and walks away.
City of Crowns is the one on the ground, right, Captain?
Oh, no,
that's us.
That's us.
We're the Crowns.
The City of Crowns bears...
But the tree of names.
Do we?
Does that ring any bells in either of our domes?
If any of you can hit a high DC history check right now.
Come on.
No problem.
I'm pretty sure. I'm no expert. I think he said Tree of Gnomes, actually. Yeah, I think it was gnomes.
You look up gnomes, I'll look up names.
It was the Keebler elves the whole time.
Is your history?
My history's not great. It's only 4.
Yeah. That's better than mine. I'll give you advantage.
He had the big
I
truth,
give
but I swear to
you
God.
inspiration.
Please tell me.
And then I'll also roll.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah, go for it.
I will inspire you by telling you it's probably gnomes. That's a D10 on top.
Oh!
Level 14.
Level 14. Okay.
Not great.
Natural 20.
Oh! Roll the D10 too, just in case.
Yeah.
Save that.
A 31. That's an 8 plus 3.
Breaking that math.
Holy crap. So good.
Sorry, Brennan.
Wait, Brennan's face got
You have to
sad.
tell us. You wanted it to be a fun game that we went and looked up later, but now you have to tell us.
A little bit. And that's great. I'm so proud of you.
Fuck, dude.
These dice are
As
never roll this good again ever.
As Loquacious-Seelie says, Tree of Gnomes to you. You see
a fucking suit.
Tree of Names. Tree of Names. You remember in your training, the Eyes of Avalier, the Tree of Names was given as one of the central artifacts of Avalier, something that the Eyes of Avalier must eternally guard. If its name were ever to be mentioned, that was an immediate indication that something terrible was, that anyone talking about it is talking about something incredibly profoundly important to the significance and safety of Avalier. However, that's a very old piece of training for the Eyes of Avalier, which is itself a very old organization. The Tree of Names, I gotta honor a nat 20. The Tree of Names doesn't get talked about as much anymore because it was protected 120 years ago by the arboreal calyx.
Yes!
Damn,
The name, the Tree of Names, was protected, or the tree itself was protected by the arboreal cortex, or whatever.
Over it or around it?
Built over and around it.
Wow.
That tree is fucking important if it's not the core of something important.
There was a tree in my dream, in the palm of the Betrayer God.
You're right.
And as Evandrin approached it, he knelt, and the blossoms from the tree caught wind and fell on him. And that's what caused him. I think that's what made him sick. At least if there's any truth to the dream that I had, then it has something to do with Evandrin, and that tree has something to do with these betrayers. There's obviously a connection. We're all seeing that.
Interesting. Are we saying this on the group chat?
I am saying that in the group chat.
We will when we're done with our investigation, for sure.
I'm gonna say that you do share that in the group chat. As you do, so this is huge because the thing at the center of the arboreal calyx, you saw Vespin Chloris talking about with clear knowledge in relation to rituals of ascension and godhood. Like he was speaking to Loris and Lycretia Hollow about it in this party in Vasselheim 9 years ago.
But he's saying the City of Crowns, which is Avalier, bears the core of the arboreal calyx.
Bears the Tree of Names.
Yes, the Tree of Names.
In the fucking city.
So that's very critical. And immediately upon hearing it, you go, yeah, arboreal calyx is a wizard name. The Tree of Names, that's something older. That's,
oh my god.
That's something older.
Arboreal, like arbor.
Yeah. Arbor, yeah.
Yeah, he said it to us earlier.
Yes, he did. Yes, it's been there the whole time.
Oh, it's a fun little Easter egg. Now, so
it's real nasty.
It's real nasty.
Thank God for that nat 20.
I swear to God.
I love the stink.
I swear to God.
Now, what I will say is this. Sarah, as you hear over your telepathic bond, you hear Xerxes talk about the dream, Evandrin, his husband the previous first night. You look, and the clue you notice that has nothing to do with the records you pulled is that you see the rest of this file, this like gilded box that has rows of gilded placards within it, and it's all of the work of Elena Tuveris, this reporter. At the back of it, you see a compartment labeled Evandrin Altera, and it is empty.
Can I... Oof. I'll bring Loquacious' attention to it. This is odd, don't you think?
What is? The fact that it's empty?
Yeah. Former first knight, a man of great import, high esteem, yes. And all missing. Who has access to these files besides you and...
Well, Elena, the reporter who gathered this stuff, she doesn't work here anymore.
Where's she?
I don't honestly know. I dismissed her a number of years ago. And I haven't heard from her since. And I don't even know if she's still in Avalier.
You wouldn't know where these files could be.
She could have taken them with her, or destroyed them, or they could have been misplaced. I'll give it another look. I don't know.
Oh, boy.
On the I don't know, does my ring do anything?
I'm going to need Loquacious to roll a deception check.
Oh my god.
It's a 30.
So now what's going to happen is this. That's a 30. It's a 30 deception from Loquacious?
Yeah.
Your eyebrows are just so enchanting.
I swear.
Now, so that's not that there's anything untoward happening here, but that is above what the Ring of Honor will detect. So this comes down to the instincts of Saret alone.
Wow.
I'm actually going to ask, I think rolls, I'm going to need you to roll insight, and I'm going to need you to tell me if you get 30 or higher.
What do you
30
need to, what do you,
What do you need to roll on the die to beat 30?
He can't do that.
Why couldn't
Of course
He's a rogue.
No, there's a whole bunch of stuff you can do. I'm just trying to see.
Oh God, he's stacking
Give him
all his
Bardic.
shit.
Yeah, inspire him.
Remember
to,
the ring gives you advantage.
I was just checking it.
The ring gives you advantage on detecting lies.
So to break a 30, I need a 17 or higher.
Oh, you can do
got
it.
2
You
chances.
can do it.
Come on.
Nope. No. 23.
Oh my God. So stressed out.
Holy shit.
You bitch! You used the wrong die. Our secrets were fun.
So, you observe that. You have Loquacious's answer, and Loquacious, possible disgruntled reporter, cleared this out. And obviously...
She was sloppy in
What was her name again?
Elena Tavares, but she was sloppy in her work, and this was yet another example of why she had to be dismissed.
It would occur to Quay as well that you have lots of crystals on Evandrin Altera. This is just Elena's file box. So other reporters that reported on Evandrin's stories and his accomplishments, there's plenty of those.
Yes, so if you want to know other facts about Evandrin, we can go diving. I don't think that's pressing information right now.
And sorry, it's been such a late night. You said you think she's still in the city or she's left?
I don't know where she is, do I?
I think you would Loquacious have kept up with like former employees, do you think?
If she's still in the biz, I would absolutely know.
Actually, just give me a history check. I'll just let you. Yeah, I'll let you know.
Still in
What's her IMDb?
Yeah.
On IMDb, sure, I check people out.
Yeah, just history. Yeah,
19.
19. Yeah, her family's in the city. She's not a reporter anymore. Like the city is so dominated by the Herald's Tome that if you get fired from there, there's not competition to go to.
Sure.
So you think that she's working as like a clerk or a scribe somewhere in the city?
Okay, there you go.
Okay. Maybe I'll follow up with her if everything else runs dry. I'm
Please
sure.
do, and please tell me what happened to those files. They belong to us.
I agree. It's probably nothing.
Stop.
I look so stressed out.
You. I swear to God.
Let me be very clear. I love
You
this
know
man.
what happens to those files.
My ex is a G, and I love this.
Oh man, this is like a movable force, like irresistible force, movable object, fucking incredible. A changeling media personality and an Eric Hokra detective.
Incredible.
All right.
Stop. Stop. Stop.
He's literally feeling himself.
Oh my God.
I'm feeling myself.
Incredible. So,
we report all that over the airwaves to our friends.
Mm-hmm.
What are you guys up to?
Well, let's find out. We move from here to the we move from here to the Magisterium. You arrive in the Magisterium. As you arrive, you walk through vast doors leading to grand sweeping double staircases that go up to a massive parliament, a circular structure of various thrones. The thrones all surrounding the high thrones, the 8 thrones. You see there is the 7th throne of Guisaria Lucerid, and there is the throne of the 4th, which is Micah Cormorant's throne. It is dark as well here in the Magisterium as you approach. The private offices of the Magisters, again, of which there are 380, it is a massive chamber. The building is an enormous civic complex. Where would you travel as you arrive at the Magisterium, Paisha and Laren?
Laren is caught just a moment with like envy and contempt that the Court of Workings is like 4 people in a sweatbox, and there's 380 assholes that get very little done, and this place slaps, and she's mad and has forgotten temporarily why she's here.
Inefficiency is the game. It's all about the pageantry.
Yeah, but Cormorant, we need to find... We need to talk to him, figure out what's going on. Yes. But I also need to find out any information I can on the construction and purpose of the Arboreal Calyx. It's siphoning energy, and I don't know why. And I don't like when I don't know things.
As I walk, you can just hear, like, Paisha's heeled boots that she has on just echo through the hall with each clack with every step. The question is, do we just walk right up to his office, the Magisters? Or is there a more strategic approach here?
From what we know from before and what we just heard, he's much more of a threat. So I would caution. We should be stealthy. I don't think this is a conversation.
I don't think so either. Do we see any signs of life, any lanterns lit, any noise from any halls?
Not in the chamber. You approach the offices, walking to the marble staircase. Clack, 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 clack. You see Magister Cormorant's office. Doors closed. It's a door of beautiful, polished, deep red wood with a bright gold knob and a placard that gives the name and station, Magister Micah Cormorant of the 4th Throne. Door is shut.
Can you see any lights on, any shadows?
You see no lights on inside.
Nothing?
Nothing.
I don't trust it.
I don't either. So I open the door.
Now, as you attempt to open the door, the door is locked. How authoritative do the assembled wizards feel like being?
I hate restraint.
Do you happen to have a knock spell handy?
I can do you one better. I summon Construct. What's the biggest, dumbest statue in here? It's mine now.
I'll have it, thanks.
A statue of a, like, spell knight behind you in the wall. We answer the call of the architect.
Open the door.
The door is blasted off its hinges and scatters into a darkened office. I'm going to need perception checks from each of you.
Real quick, I just prestidigitation and turn on all the lanterns.
Smart. Lights come on.
Did you say perception?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God, my perception. I've got good perception. 15 total.
23.
Architect Arcane, as your construct smashed the door in, you heard something in here.
Show yourself.
Roll initiative.
He's going to.
Roll initiative. Roll initiative. Let's go. Let's go. Hold on. Let's do this.
That is good.
Cool.
Oh
Glad you
my
did.
God.
Okay, I'm glad we got a big guy.
got too excited way too fast.
Beautiful. Here we go.
Look at the guy.
Here's the Magister's office.
So cute.
Here we go. And now I have to grab a couple more things.
Is this a Brennan Mulligan map?
This is a wonderful Matt Mercer map. Matt and me hung out all morning this morning, and Matt is a true wizard.
Nice.
I can only say, Matt, thank you so much, and also Rick Perry, I miss you.
This was your opportunity to say Matt Mercer, and that's okay.
Matt Mercer!
Okay.
It's a brand.
Wow. Okay, it is wizard time. We have the beautiful Keisha and Larry.
You're so cute. Oh my god, that's amazing. So cute.
Look at you though in your signature purple. Look at us together. We look like a blue raspberry Pop-Tart. Oh, look at that. Purple and teal.
Yay!
Okay.
All right, make sure they have their construct.
Yes.
Yeah, where's my big boy?
They need it. We're gonna get the big boy.
Where's my lovely gentleman?
Here's our friend.
Oh, look at him. He's great.
Amazing.
Son of a bitch.
Ow.
I mean, everyone on the telepathic bond knows
Yes.
what's happening as it
Yeah. I'm immediately clocking that. Thank God
We're just in the sky on a griffin.
We are.
That's all this craziness. Just keep being like, should we land? No, we have to go.
Holy crap.
Oh, man. Summon construct is cool.
Yeah, that was fucking dope.
That was nice job.
So cool.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Oh, I love it. It feels so right in the Age of Arcanum game to roll initiative and throw a map down for two wizards in beautiful evening gowns coming in.
Champagne flute still in hand, by the way.
Walked into a room like a farmer. That ass is handed to us. Not yet.
Holy moly.
Not yet.
So anxious.
Comment does that to me. Gives me lots of
Anxiety and adrenaline.
I swear. Well, it's weird. It is tough being separate. I'm like so scared. I know you guys are okay. I just wish I was there to give you Bardic or cast Blur or anything.
Maybe.
We don't see anything though. Do we see anything?
You don't see anything right now. We're gonna grab.
This bad boy's made of stone or metal.
This bad boy here, stone
metal. Stone metal.
Stoner metal.
So you have your stuff there, and I assume you're holding concentration, correct?
Yes.
Okay, copy that. So concentration, bada boom. Amazing.
Bada bing, bada boom.
What do we roll for initiative?
18.
18 for patient.
42.
5.
Did you say 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wizard!
18 for patient, and then
5.
Okay. And your construct is acting
directly after me.
Copy that.
What's in there?
Exactly.
I don't see an opponent.
I don't know.
Unless the opponent is their own anxiety.
Wow, they have to fight themselves.
The opponent
Look
is
inside
the
yourself.
Calamity.
It's a cat that just knocked something over.
So, first to act is going to be Keisha. The door has exploded off. You've walked into Magister Cormorant's office. There are tables, fireplaces. You see some teleportation daises here for, porting around the city. And there's some papers. There's a chest in the corner. Other documents are around. But you are first to act as Laren says, show yourself. Nothing has happened yet, but you feel a crackling of arcane energy and Laren's certainty that there is someone in this chamber.
Do I sense a spell being cast?
I think that what you can sense is you feel the familiar rush of arcane energy. You feel a surge of something moving in the direction of conflict.
Moving in the direction of conflict.
But you have the jump on whoever's in here. So like a construct smashing a door across a room will certainly, make whatever force is in here, but you cannot see anything at present.
Okay, let me look at something. This one's a little bit. I'm gonna let DM rule here.
Yeah, go for it.
Is this a situation where a counterspell would count?
The ruling on, I believe, counterspell is you attempt to interrupt a creature in the process of casting a spell. Do you need to be able to see it? You attempt to interrupt a creature. I don't think you need to be able to see it.
Shut up. Cool. That's why DM ruling here.
I am going to double check that because that's very important. Going to go to the full spell. There is nothing.
Go.
No, I'm just nervous.
In your chair. In your chair.
I think that you are in the clear. It does not. There's nothing. There's a range of 60 feet, but there is nothing here that says you need line of sight.
So I just sense the direction that the energy is coming from, and crack my wrists and just dispel. It's almost like a little mental nuclear blast that pulses outward and kind of shields Laren and I.
Sorry, I have such bad news, and it's coming on behalf of Jeremy Crawford, who lets us know that counterspell requires you to see the spellcaster you're countering.
Okay, copy that. Instead,
Thanks, Jeremy.
Thank you, Jeremy.
It's everything.
Germany is watching this, right?
Germany.
Requires sight.
I thought I remembered it. It's not in the script. It's in the portion of the player's handbook on Twitter. So it's not in the PHB, but yes.
Okay, how about this wait. Let me. Sorry.
No.
Nothing. Range. Okay. If I can feel the direction that it's coming from, I'm assuming he must be invisible or something like that. This just says choose one creature, object, or magical effect within range. Can I dispel magic and try and blast him with dispel?
What does Germany think
love
of that?
wizards being like, I don't like your magic. I would like it to stop.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, no. Choose one creature, object, or magical effect within range. So because you cannot detect it.
Damn.
What I will say.
Okay.
Yes.
Go ahead.
I was going to say there are ways for you to know where someone is without having to see them.
Sure.
Cologne.
I mean, I could always do yet another detect thoughts or detect magic.
That hole's in the corner.
I'll detect magic. How about that?
Amazing. As this is happening, what is Paisha like going through as you are in here? Like you're reaching down for hold on one second. Amazing. You cast Detect Magic. Boom. I'm going to say, because there is a spell specifically called See Invisibility, this is going to give you a direction, right? And actually, I'll go ahead and ask for a perception check here.
See Invisibility. Oh my god. My perception checks have been bad. 10.
On a 10 perception check, you cast Detect Magic. You can detect a powerful illusion in the room. You know that something is hidden in here. You immediately get the feeling of it being to your left. It is towards the left side of the room. As you feel in that direction. So you feel something over there that is some kind of illusory presence, but you can't detect the exact square that it's on.
Okay. My brain, Paisha's brain is moving 1,000 miles a minute as I'm trying to clock everything. And I turn and I just shout to Laren, west side of the room.
Copy that.
Laren, you act next.
Oh, it doesn't go. Question, and I'm assuming the answer is no. Is there any universe in which our invisible foe is within 10 feet of this big boy?
This invisible foe is not within 10 feet of this big boy.
Totally fine. Then this is going to be a to whom it may concern. I'm going to cast Fireball.
Yes! That's what I would have done.
Hey, You know what? If I have a direction, I know how to get a concentration check. Yeah. Hell yeah. Go ahead and roll damage. Or actually, sorry.
Dex save against a 20.
Damn. Amazing.
20?
Level 14.
Let me ask a question to you.
Ferocious.
You go ahead and drop a fireball. As you drop a fireball, you get hit with a counterspell.
Of course.
Your construct can go.
Yeah, okay.
And it's a high enough counterspell where it just kills the fireball.
Well, fireball's 3rd level.
Right.
This was technically upcast to 4th.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and roll in that case. I'll be very fair-minded.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
No. I'll go ahead and roll. We'll leave it up to the dice.
Make a roll.
Make a roll.
While we still can.
Hell yes. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to roll this in front of the board, actually, because I like that, and that feels fun to me. Feels fun to me to roll in front of the board.
Feels fun to you.
Our friend here needs...
Ooh!
Get out of here.
Isn't that fun? Our friend here needs an 11 or higher to overcome your fireball. A 10 fails by 1.
I think it was on a 12.
Go ahead.
I saw it rolling on that.
Go ahead and roll damage.
All right.
There you go.
Still need a dex save from him.
Make him roll.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Good shit.
Okay, let's play a beautiful game.
Those are all real good.
These are very good.
Beautiful game. Let us play a beautiful game.
Is that correct? Yeah. 41 points of fire damage.
Good job!
41 points.
Good job!
So this dude's got to make a DC 20 Constitution save?
Yeah, no
Keeping shit up.
Okay.
Let's be fair. He still has to make the dex save to, like, not take half damage.
Oh, he quite failed. the
Okay,
dex
cool.
save.
I was just trying to
I hit a nat 1 back here on that dex save.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we're going to roll again. This is a 19 or 20 on the die, or he drops concentration.
Ian, by me.
14. Not going to get the job done. You lay down this fireball, and Magister Micah Cormorant appears. You see, he has a bunch of incredible Evoker Arcanotech gear. As you deal, how much? 44? How much?
41.
41? Hachi Machi. Paisha, you walk in, clock the direction, and the Architect Arcane. It's been a minute.
Look, they think I'm just constantly holding concentration on stuff that keeps the city afloat. I get very mad!
A perfect casting of Fireball, such that the summoning of it's so spherical. What a round ball of fire! Technically perfect, as everything Laren does is. Magister appears horrifically burned and screaming as greater invisibility drops. Your construct may act unless you have a bonus action.
Oh god, what would a bonus action be? No, that's fine. I feel good with that. I'm just gonna have my big boy move forward. So I'll talk about his plus 12. All right, as the construct goes up and makes 2 slam attacks. With a plus 12 to hit. 18.
18 definitely hits. He's already
19.
burned his reaction on a counterspell.
Cool. 18 and 19. 1d8 plus 4. What is a d8? Oh god, I'm so nervous. 7, 8, 16 plus 26 points of bludgeoning damage.
Whoa. What?
Whoa.
Yes.
What does he add to...
Smack!
It's a d8 plus 4 plus a spell's level of bludgeoning damage.
Brennan's great.
Yeah, per slam attack, and he does 2.
Magister Cormorant appears on the verge of casting Chain Lightning, and instead you burn him half to death, and your construct punches his chest so hard that it breaks all of his ribs, smashes his heart and organs into the wall behind him, and he is dead.
Oh! That's it!
That's all she wrote, folks. 66 hit points.
Let's go!
Oh my god.
Damn it. Thank you. Holy fuck.
This guy
was like...
You want to bring him back up to talk to him? I don't have healing magic.
I don't either. Why don't we take him to Xerxes?
Damn!
Oh no.
No. Hey, problems getting solved quick over here.
That was a very nice map.
Shit. Was that the big bad of the whole 4-episode arc?
Yeah,
we just killed it?
We're fine, we did it.
I jump over the our walkies and I go. Hello, yes, Brasswing. Brassring, we accidentally killed the Magister.
It wasn't.
Which Magister?
Cormorant.
Wait, were you able to speak to him?
Yeah, get meaningful information and intel out of him?
That's what Xerxes is for. Xerxes?
Did you kill him or just knock him unconscious?
No, he's dead.
Okay.
And intel out of him?
That's what Xerxes is for. Xerxes?
Did you kill him or just knock him unconscious?
No, he's dead.
Okay. Here we go.
Look, I can cast mending on his chest.
I've tried that once. It doesn't work.
It doesn't.
Some fights are about verisimilitude. This was one shady evoker. Those guys have 66 hit points and an armor class of 15. And
an evoker? Anyone can cast fireball, bitch. You're not special.
Roll higher than a 2 on your initiative, and that's really the end of the story. That's really what it comes down to.
Wow. Speaker of the Fourth.
Yeah, Speaker of the Fourth means he was a representative for.
Speaker of the House, almost.
Yeah, so there's 8 different people that represent, like, basically entire, like, magisterial bodies. He represented the 4th such voting body.
Got it.
Cormorant is dead. However, you're in his office. You're in his chambers. The construct stands guard here, but there's plenty to go over here if you would like.
I still have that detect magic up, technically. So.
Detect magic. You scan over. Give me an Arcana check with advantage with the detect magic up.
29.
29. These the teleportation daises in here have been tampered with. The seal has been broken on them in terms of their registry with the Porters Guild.
So he's been doing it rogue off the record?
Rogue off the record.
Can I see where he's been teleporting to with these? Like, are they attuned to a certain place?
You lean down and see that there is a bit of illusory magic, which I won't even make you use a full dispel magic. It's effortless for you to dispel it. Boom. One of the runes written in Draconic, which is a very classical, easy language to do arcane writing in, is not Draconic. There's an infernal rune carved hastily into the dais, hidden by an illusion. And you don't think he's been leaving. You think he's been inviting people in.
This guy.
I think we found our leak.
As you say this, go ahead. If you have any other investigations, if there's any other divination you want to cast, if you want to look at his documents, there's a bunch of stuff in here.
I want to look for files. I'm looking for.
Letting him into the magisterium. Of all the places for entry.
It's bad here.
That's
you have to,
right
you
under
ha-
our
you see, you hear Xerxes go through the comms again and just ask, so how dead is he? Dead?
3rd-degree burns all over his body. It's at about 88%, and his torso is completely crushed.
Got it. Okay, well.
You have to forgive me. I assume the construct was not like, all right, let's just ding the guy.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know what killed him. I just know he died.
Sure.
I mean, if his mouth is still there, that's kind of all we need, right?
That's right.
Grab the mouth, please.
His vital organs are against the wall.
I want to
cast any magic about it you want to cast, and give me any checks you want to give me.
I'm going to make an investigation check. That's going to be an amount. Yeah, okay. 22 to look for any files. I would love to say that I'm looking broadly about, like, Vespin and stuff. I'm looking for my stuff.
Hell yeah. Looking through the files here, what you see is that the stuff that the late Magister Cormorant was interested in was your stuff. You see he's already pulled history and records all about the Arboreal Calyx, all about the Galdrashari, the Pact of Crown and Throne. All that stuff's in his office already. And you can see that there was research going on here. You see a lot of this is about magical law, so it's about the nature of the pact, and you see that there is a scroll pulled from the Librarium Magisterium, not your library. This is the Library of Magical Law. And you find a letter composed on ancient 100-year-old birch bark.
It hasn't decomposed?
Maybe even, and you see the script is this like beautiful silvery ink on birch bark. And the letter portends of a conversation. You sort of can infer what it must be responding to. In effect, in many more words, the letter says, Honorable Magister, your assurances are taken in the most generous spirit possible. I do not distrust you, the person, for all people are children of Exandria. But what I distrust is enchantment. The enchantment of a people and of their ways. The wizards of Avalier have proven time and again that they do not see limitation. They do not see the limitation of a city that will be borne aloft into the sky, nor do they see risk. I wish that I could trust you. I wish that my order could trust you. I wish that we could, in good faith, tell you of the tree's purpose. Sorrow fills my heart, for even if you kept your word, the wizard behind you, if they knew the nature of the tree, I can only imagine would see all that they could do with it and not what they could do for it. I implore you, the endless skies of Exandria are yours. The wonders of your imagination are your only master. Please, simply tend for this tree, and do not ask again. We cannot trust you with its secrets. Head Druid of the Galdrashari, the Temple of Toramunda. You date this letter to probably around the time that the Arboreal Calyx was created, and you see records here that after the Matron's Ascension, basically the city landed a year after that, and the Druids all came aboard Avalier and said, we need to update. we need to go, and you find records here in this place. Prior to that, the Tree of Names stood alone in the chamber of the Calyx. You see here the other bits of history having to do with Toramunda, having to do with Old Mount Igora. You see there's like an ancient piece of ritual about the Emperor Raoshan and the Empress Kamort, which are the primordials that the Dawnfather and the Wild Mother defeated at Mount Igora and sealed away. You see like early druidic like prayer scrolls essentially to like the ancient base of the mountain. And all of that is unveiled to you, and it's all here in Cormorant's office.
With what time I have, I just mage hand out all of these scrolls, and you see kind of this similar silvery strand kind of sucking the text out of the scrolls, making a copy as it zips into my sphere with just each one we come across. I'm copying and pasting.
Facebook shows up and says, "Do you want?"
Hey, are you? Yeah. So you're trying to steal some scrolls.
I think just the letter on the birch is like the only thing that Laren would hold on to, and she is devastated.
He wasn't worthy enough.
Yeah. He wasn't.
But we
You are.
Yeah. We have to be.
Our tenacity far exceeds the Magisters.
Yet that could be what makes you unworthy.
Those who are privileged, those who are given everything, do not know how to fight.
You are, as ever, correct.
Give me one last, either investigation or arcana with advantage.
2 is terrible. 2 twice, so a 12.
Oh, no.
Copy that.
No!
No! Disgraceful.
Amazing. Cool.
Oh, no.
We are going to depart from the Magisterium. You've found what you came to find. You have, and if you wish to, like, have this construct carry Cormorant's, like, wrap up Cormorant's body in a rug and carry it behind you.
You want this corpse?
As long as it's useful.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Are you reaching out
Yeah.
to me again?
Yes.
Do I have to do the Professor?
I know,
X?
right? I don't know. I just was doing that because you guys were doing it.
Force of habit.
Eagles now.
There's nothing I can do for that guy. By the time I get there, he'll be 2 dead. But we can take him to the oracles, which is where we're heading. And if we get in and we find one, maybe they can raise him.
Or speak with him.
Or speak with him.
Yeah, I'm worried about the optics of walking with the body.
I am also worried about the optics of walking with the body. Maybe just sort of put him in a closet somewhere.
Yeah.
You see that the construct wraps up the body and goes to hide it somewhere that you will be able to come later in the evening.
My God.
It's hard. You can feel the palpable joy of a construct. Lots of statues wait hundreds of years and never get woken up by the Architect Arcane. And this guy's like, we did it, baby. Yes, this was us. This was our day. Yes, wizard woke me up.
I'm gonna call them Scrabbles.
Oh, nice.
Scrabbles. Yeah.
I've been named. Stone tears. You.
As we leave, I'm just like, hey, just remember, every Magister sucks, and I'm your only friend.
We move to the Hall of Prophecy.
Let's go.
We're flying there.
Flying there.
Yes.
You guys get there quick.
Ooh, kitty.
The Hall of the Oracles. An order of clerics dedicated to accessing a connection to the divine without the use of gods. The oracles of this place long ago found a way of manifesting a connection to the divine, but their lives are challenging. They live partially in hermitage. It requires great preparation for one of the prophets herein to actually be able to deliver prophecy and divination to people. It takes a lot out of them. You arrive at this colossal marble building. Tempest, your griffin, lands. You move inside. As you walk into the space, you see a familiar friend of yours, Xerxes, a young woman that you know, Sapphira, walk out. You see that the doors close behind her, and you see that there are a number of spell guard here, a number of like high arch-sept guard here. Sapphira steps out and says, I saw the approaching light of Tempest. Xerxes, it's good to see you, my friend.
As it is good to see you.
Guildmaster Okiro.
An oracle.
It is a pleasure and an honor. It has been some time since last we saw you. I have never taken offense. I've always taken you for a man comfortable writing his own fate.
There is, yes, very much so.
How can I be of assistance? The hall has been closed, I'm afraid.
It has been.
We wanted to inquire about the nature of your closing.
Ah.
We've been told that this is rather irregular.
Is it not?
Yes, quite.
Can I make an insight check?
Make an insight check for me, yeah.
I don't like this pausing.
Excuse me. That's
only a 16.
Well, I'll make a deception check. Oop.
You have to count that one.
Troubled. Very troubled. Bloodshot eyes. This woman has been crying a lot. The guardians of the Archsept have been spoken to. They've been asked by Loris of the Weaver's Mask to not allow any entrance. Has he given you entrance to enter?
He has.
Yes.
Give me the deception check, baby.
Let's go. Come on, man. Let's go.
That's the extent of the lie.
That's it. Yeah, he has.
He's the dragon.
How did you
Deception?
know?
Deception.
Come on, man.
The ball.
26?
Oh.
Okay. Good.
She says, incredible. The arch. You see that the warriors behind say, Guildmaster, is this so? You have been given leave to come?
Of course. It is key to the replenishment and our aims. We are all in Congress around our shared goal. Loris, Xerxes, myself.
Even you know, Nidus, listen, man, you've been keeping 10,000 plates spinning, and even you are like, I'm way out on a limb on this one. I'm way the fuck out here on this one.
Just the way you like it.
And he actually said he's my best friend. He said that I'm the best at magic he's ever seen.
That's why he sent me down here, because he's like, you gotta go check this out, my guy. You're the best guy I know.
So what you see on this incredible deception is effectively. This shouldn't work. All you did, first of all, she said the thing you needed to say to get in, and then you repeated it, and they go, come in. And you see, even the warriors here, no insight necessary. Xerxes, you look at the warriors here. Yeah. You monitor every group of warriors here. You know these guys are the high sept guardians. They are powerful eldritch knights, all of them. This is, they're the real deal. They look nervous and unfocused as they stand guard here. Something is not right. You walk in with Sapphira, and she says...
as we're walking in, I do want to communicate to Xerxes about... She seems distraught. I see. The eyes. Something...
I'm going to... as we start to walk by, I'm going to slow down and kind of get closer to her and lean in, and I'm going to tell her, Sapphira, we've known each other for a long time. We've studied together. Many years ago, you can tell me anything. I want you to know that you can rely on me. Is there anything we should know?
It's best you come with me. Wide marble passages framed in torchlight. Most places here glow with arcane alchemical light. This is lit by fire. Even in marble, this place is trying to attach to something primal. Disconnected from the ground, they're trying to reach through. moving through this place, you feel almost a sense of the fire flickering. It feels like you're walking underwater almost as it dapples the marble walls. There's something here where it echoes and feels full and empty at once, a contradiction. This place is more philosophical, more divine. It's very outside the normal, lucid, environs of Avalier. So Fyra walks through. I'm very glad Loris sent you. His instructions were not very clear, and there's just very few of us left. What
has he tasked you with here?
To close the hall. He only took over. He only took over yesterday. He stepped in. He stepped in after Volusia of the Heart's Emblem.
Yes, she's stepping down, I've heard.
I'm just gonna kind of put a gentle hand on her shoulder and tell her, just to reassure her.
It's one way of putting it.
Oh, is she here? Or what's left of her?
She's left Avalier forever.
Ooh. What caused that?
She looks over. You see over near one of the teleportation daises that are like the intercity, the ones you've been using to get around. You see that there is a scar of soot on the ground in a circle. You see...
What?
No way.
She looks and says, That's where she broke her staff across her knee and renounced magic forever.
Whoa.
It has been a troubled time here at the Hall of Prophecy.
Is there somewhere to sit nearby that I can, I'm just trying to put her more at ease.
And what is the general people in our space?
It is empty in here. It's the three of you, literally.
Got it.
This is a place that would normally be like an entry hall for people to come and wait and hear these oracular visions and, the best you got is these little steps up on this teleportation dais. Uh-huh. So she goes and sits aside that, and you're looking at this ring of soot where a mage sundered their own arcane focus, potentially. Right. Volusia was a member of the Ring of Gold, one of the 14 apprentices. She was Loris's counterpart. She said, about 2 weeks ago. There's no other way to put it. Oracles started going mad. They started going mad.
How many?
One at first. She's still here. Carwyn. She went first, and hard. She started speaking false prophecies, babbling. Her oracular vision failed, and at first we attempted to heal her ourselves. Healing is what we study here at the Hall of Prophecy, and we did our best to reach out to her. Everyone who tried to heal her went mad, too.
Mm. And what's happened to them? Are they here?
They're all still here. We've kept them here. As we were over Guisar, traveling on our way to Dominus, we reached out. We reached out to the Octothurge at first, and just asked if there was. We reached out to the Chair of Divination, which is the closest, the school that we interact with the most, and they immediately conferred with the Ring of Gold. Volusia came, and for the past little over a week, was helping us try to understand this. There were still enough of us who felt safe and whole, and we were able to perform our tasks. And then a few days ago, we thought Carwin might be well enough to come back out, and we let her take a walk. And she turned to the other oracles, and Xerxes, it's just me. It's just me.
You're the last one?
Yes. The rest are being kept safe.
Because they've all lost their minds.
Safe from themselves.
What was it exactly that caused Valeria to renounce magic?
I don't know. It was an argument she had with
What were the false prophecies?
her contemporary.
Maybe you can determine whether or not.
Loris.
Yes. So they were arguing. Give me an insight check.
You got it. 18.
18. You want to give me an insight check as well?
Yeah. Beat me. Almost. That was almost a 20, but a 7.
She says, I don't remember. They were speaking to each other. All I remember her saying is, if these gifts harm us, then we should not accept them.
Can I? Oh, go ahead.
She said that to Loris.
Yes.
Did she, while she was working on what she came here to help you investigate, was she keeping any notes anywhere?
She was the most able to soothe Carwin, and Carwin is safe right now. She is better than she was when we tried to have her come walk and rejoin us. Volusia worked on creating a circle of runes that we've moved Carwin's bed into. She's able to speak, but on the day she left, before that, I remember we found Carwin in one of the bathing rooms. I can take one of you there. It would be better if it's probably for the best if you don't both speak with Carwin. We found that it is much more helpful for there to just be one person in the room with her.
Let me go. I'll go. I'm going to think to the channel. I'm just going to update everybody on what's happening. And I think that the business that we have here is going to take a little while longer. If you find that you have accomplished your tasks, feel free to come and join us. We could use some arcane eyes on these circles as well.
I'm going to put my arcane eyes to the soot marks.
Give me an Arcana check.
Come on, Lou.
Here it is.
Come on,
This
big
is
roll, big
it.
roll.
This is it.
Big money.
I'll take it. 24.
24. Staff was, you see a staff was sundered here. She broke her staff. She broke her arcane focus. It would not have been a magical item. It would have just been a staff that she had been using as her arcane focus. Broke it and removed her ability to perform magic. There's no way emotionally to describe the weight of what you're seeing. It is, especially for someone who loves magic as much as Nidus, it's probably nauseating to comprehend, to like consider.
How? It's yeah.
Telepathically, I just send across. Is she still alive, Val?
We haven't gotten.
Valusia left Avalier.
Yes, that was what we were told. So she is alive.
What, right.
You think?
What is left mean? No one leaves Avalier. No one leaves Avalier.
We have. Okay, hold on. We can leave. Just why would you?
Correct. That's what I mean.
So you're going to examine.
Yeah, I'll stay in the antechamber, keep an eye out, those sorts of things.
You see that Sapphira leads you to Carwin's chamber. You see that Sapphira looks and says, if there's anything else you'd like to look at, I can show you
the bathing chamber, perhaps?
Yes.
Well.
It's gonna take a bath.
Your boy's gonna get comfy.
I'll be in the hot tub.
No way. Just fully watch this woman have an emotional breakdown and be like, this is too much.
There's a lot happening in the last couple
Let's
hours.
throw some Epsom salt in here. I swear. This is too much. I've had enough.
She takes you to the bathing chambers. Give me an investigation check.
Something I'm not good at.
And she takes you to Carwin's chamber.
Yes. Oh! Thank God, a dirty 20.
Yay! Ooh, a dirty 20 is great. You walk in as Sapphira is talking, and you see that she starts saying, we brought Carwin here. She was in good spirits. She was even able to laugh a little. We told her that she had been delivering false prophecies, and she laughed and said, well, I suppose I'm as bad an oracle as I was a weaver's apprentice. And we laughed, and and you look and see
anyone go to
mirrors over the sort of washing basins.
Oh.
There's a big crack in one.
Of course.
We're going to go to the chamber with Carwin.
As we start walking, I ask her, what sorts of prophecies was she?
Thank you.
Speaking about. Do you recall any names, anything at all?
I can go pull it was written down. Everything she said was written down, so I can go pull that. I'll go grab it at once. And then she goes off with you to go look at the bathing chamber. You go into the room with Carwin. You walk in, and you see a circle of white runes gathered around a small and humble bed, a wash basin, a small chest of clothes that have all kind of been collected in a bizarre sort of a room compressed, and all of the furniture that would be up against the walls instead compressed into the center of kind of a circle. And you see sleeping in the bed is a young woman, dark skin, curly dark hair, sleep.
How to determine whether or not
She looks restful. Give me an insight check.
Come on, baby. Ooh, 24.
How about counter?
She, for whatever it's worth to you, you were expecting to see someone ravaged by some affliction.
Yeah.
You see a strong, healthy-looking woman deep in rest.
I'm going to... I'm going to get closer. I want to get a closer look, and I want to see what is... just investigate anything that's underneath it. I mean, did they make a magic circle or something?
Yeah,
around
it's
there?
a magic circle around the bed, yeah. You walk up to...
Pulsing or anything?
You walk in to look into the bed. Nothing is pulsing. You see there's an object under the bed, though, kind of centered under the bed. It's a small hand mirror.
It's a mirror, guys. It's fine.
I'm gonna. I want to get a good look at it. I'm gonna walk around.
Yeah.
And take a good look from every angle. Look around to see if there's any other mirrors. 'Cause I know mirrors are a thing now in this place.
It is true.
And if I don't notice anything out of the ordinary, then I'm going to go to her, whatever side, maybe if she's sleeping on her side, I'm going to go towards, to the side of the bed that her face is facing. So it could be turned to me.
Mm-hmm.
And if I don't notice anything from that little walk around, I'm gonna very gently call her name.
You do notice something in your walk around.
Okay.
As you are moving through the space here, you walk around a corner of the bed. As you get beside
Can I activate something?
Yeah, go for it.
Divine Sense.
Yeah, dog. Sorry. I'm so nervous.
So this time it's so I reach out instinctively and I touch. I have tucked inside of my armor. I pull out a stone, a necklace, and there's two. One is a name stone. It's essentially like a dog collar. It's given to the first knights. I have one that's mine, and I have another one that's Evandrin's that I kept with me. I pull them both out and I hold them in my hands just because out of impulse. And I activate Divine Sense from that.
The edge of the chamber on the far wall, you walk around the headboard of the bed. Again, everything is compressed into this magical circle. You look at the edge of the room. Illusory or not, there is this place has like a lot of association with water. There's a lot of like water feeling in this place. And you see there is a wall that has a stream of water pouring down it. Very slight, making almost no noise, almost like those slate fountains that just have a sheet of water coming down them. You look into it. You activate your Divine Sense. You've never detected anything fiendish before. Or at least, maybe you thought you did, but it was nothing compared to this. It was nothing compared to this. In the reflection of the bed, in the wall of water coming down the dark stone, lights reflecting, Carwin is not in the bed. You see a horned figure in red, bleeding and dying in the bed. The last time you saw this figure was the size of a mountain.
Does it look at me?
It doesn't appear able to. It looks like it is dying, grievously injured.
I'm approaching.
Do you approach the wall, or do you approach Carwin in the bed?
Well, my Divine Sense didn't ping the bed. I'm just seeing this be revealed. It pinged the wall.
Oh, yes. Carwin has a slight celestial presence just due to being an oracle. The fiendish presence in the reflection overpowers everything.
Is that? Fuck.
Bro.
I'm going to face that water where that ping came from. Show yourself. I can't. Show yourself.
I'm trying.
Is that coming from the wall or coming
That's coming from the wall. It's coming from the reflection. I am.
I approach it.
Xerxes,
you know me.
I know you well. You saved me.
I'm walking towards that.
Yeah. You have reached the wall.
I put my hand on it.
Does Xerxes want to go through?
He goes
goes through.
You are in another time, another realm.
This is why you don't leave your buddy. This is why we have buddies.
Everyone was insistent that tearaway is better with one.
He's taking a bath. He's scrubbing his butt.
So, Fyra, please come out. I can't get the bottom of my feet.
You see, you walk through. Silver mist, a bed soaked with blood. You smell the smell of blood, but you see a wheezing, rasping devil.
Same one.
Same one. Now your size. Now the size of a man. It's all right. I can't really die. So you don't... I'm not in danger right now. It just hurts. That's all.
What's happened to you?
Well, you came in before the Dawnfather could destroy it.
So that was real?
That was
real. It's all been real.
I get closer. You know me. Then who are you?
Betrayer. Sinner. Most unclean. I am the Lord of the Hells. And
I don't believe in the gods.
Lately, I don't much either.
Give me your hand.
You know the gods.
And he puts a blood-soaked hand in your hand. Feels weak. Feels...
I heal him. I cast cure wounds on him. Shall I roll it, or does it matter?
It removes him from the dying condition. It removes him from making death saves.
The Lord of Hells.
The Lord of Hells.
The name they gave you. Or the name you gave yourself.
When you get to the table, and there's not much left but scraps, you take what you're given.
Why are you here?
I don't know. I don't know. I left where I was, and now I'm here.
I'm scanning his entire body, his face. I'm looking for...
Yeah. If you want, let me know what you want to do. If you want to give me an insight check, you can. If you want to, if you're just doing a divine sense, he is registering as fiendish to you.
I'm looking for...
Oh, no, this would be a facade.
The traces of what he's endured on his face, you know? Like, I'm expecting broken. And I feel like I'm just seeing hurt and bewildered.
He seems hurt and bewildered. You know people well enough. Not everyone shows you how broken they are when they're first meeting you.
Right. I take his hand again, and I look him in the eyes, and I say, "What have they done to you?" I want to know everything.
You look, and for the first time now that he is no longer writhing in pain, this man is beautiful. He bears in passing almost a resemblance, if it can be said, to Evandrin.
Oh, why'd you do that? I knew you were going to say that. I gotta go. What does that mean, though?
I can't help but his name just falls out of my mouth. Evandrin.
I don't look the same to everybody. They said before it all went wrong, they said I was the most beautiful of them all.
You were.
But as well you know, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and so I sometimes look like the most beautiful face that mortals have seen.
Why does he look like me?
He looks at you and says, Evandrin.
Satan.
That's the name you just said.
Yeah.
That was your love, yes?
It was. Why do you remind me of him?
Only you could answer that. I never know who I'm going to look like to people.
Is this a trick? Are you playing with me?
People often think I'm tricking them, and I never have anything to say to that. What can you say to someone when they think that you're always going to trick them? I promise. No. I don't know Evandrin, but he must have been a very good man because he's not in my realm.
Let's get you cleaned up. What?
I have known only darkness for so long, and even before that, no one has shown me kindness.
Yeah, I have more sympathy for...
That's gonna change. And that's a damn shame. This is your home. Don't you forget that. You belong here.
He sits up in the bed, and there are bedclothes here. There's fabric. If you wish to dress his wounds and clean him up, you can.
I will do so with the utmost care.
Every my body.
You do so with the utmost care. As you do so, he smiles. He says, well, while you're cleaning up a god of darkness and fire, is there anything I can do to repay the favor? This is not Exandria yet. I don't know where I'm not where I was, but I'm not home
You're in between.
yet.
And you are coming. Is that it? Someone has done something. Someone has broken you out of wherever you once were.
The door opened. Yes, that's true.
And you walked through it?
Oh, the door opened more explosively than I can say. It opened and we all tumbled out. It was not a kind place behind that door, and for lack of a better word, pressure behind it was enormous. It was a place made to teach us a lesson.
Are all the players already in?
It was your punishment. Do you remember what you've done and why they sent you there?
We came to a young world. We came to a world of raw, elemental wonder, of chaos and exultant passion, of energy vaster and more potent than anything we had beheld in the cosmos. We came here, and we began to shape what we could, what we dreamed. The primordials primordials were here when we arrived. It was their world first. We arrived, and we began to shape. We offered our creations. I saw...
Will you do something for me, please?
Yes.
Will you kneel with me?
I will.
I want to hear everything.
He kneels with you.
I cast ceremony.
You cast ceremony with him.
Marriage? Atonement.
You begin to cast atonement. As you begin to cast it, you see he looks, and I believe the casting time of ceremony is
an hour.
Is an hour. You begin to cast atonement. As you cast this spell, you focus in. He kneels with you and he says, we started to make our creations, and I did as I thought I must. I was a celestial. I was a celestial of light, and they were creating truth and love and honor. They were creating courage and mortal beings. They were creating choices and many of the gods spoke first. Many of the gods spoke first and long, and it was a long time before I spoke, and much had already been said, and I thought to help. I had seen the gifts of love and courage and truth and honor and sacrifice, and I said, these are the greatest gifts we could create, and we must make them matter. And I said, these will matter because in their absence, we will know deceit, and in their absence, we will know betrayal. In the absence of love, there will be viciousness. I thought I was expanding on a creation. I thought I was making something that would make the earlier work more. And then years passed and time passed, and the gifts I had made, mortals called them evil, said that they were wicked, said that they were wrong. And I said, well, yes, but that is the point, is it not? That and they hated me, and none said prayers to my name. And I turned to my kin and my brethren, and I said, does this strike you as fair? None of them spoke. None of them said a word in my defense. All were happy to watch as my gifts were not seen for what I intended them to be. And then the others decided to grant even more. Many of us were already hated. Many of us already were seen as something worse, something abominable. But those stories, those things that shaped that, they were aided or egged on or pushed forward by the others. And in that time of pain and sorrow, they then stepped forward and gave more gifts. They gave magic. The primordials, they were giving the ability to shape reality to the things that they had used their ability to shape reality to shape. We had already lent on the hospitality of the primordials enough. We had lent on it enough. And we stepped in and said, the game has gone on too far. The primordials rose up against them, and the prime deities, as they called themselves, stepped in to fight them, to double down on their overreach. Our promises were to the primordials, and we were called betrayers!
I lay my hand on his chest. Easy.
I have been burning for so long.
They used you. They did. And I'm sorry for that. I can help you. You say you know me? When the time comes and you step from this void into our world, don't you forget me. Don't you forget the kindness that we're capable of, because we're your children too. We are made of the same stuff that what you initially created. We come from the same thing. And if you remember the stories as well as you seem to, then you know that at some point you turned your pain on us. They used you and then you used us to get back at them. I have a son that's not of my blood, but that is my son. I met Evandrin when he was just an infant, and I held that boy in my arms, and I fell in love with him. I am his father, but he is not of my blood. And in that same way, we are your children. Please remember that. Don't take your pain out on us. Spare us. And I will help you. I will help you confront those that did this to you.
I don't give my word lightly. You have my word on this, Xerxes Ilores. Not for all the ages of the world will I forget you.
It's lawful evil, so he does make promise.
You are not.
To keep it. But what he has promised. Not forget.
I see faults.
You may not forget.
In people.
And he will.
I know what they have done wrong. You want to know your fault, Xerxes? You are very trusting. You say that I am being used. You, my friend, are being used.
By you.
I am the father of lies. You are being lied to. And not by any god.
I turn around and look back through the portal that I walked through.
As you begin to go back through the portal...
I'm not moving just yet, I just turned.
You turn to look. You see out there, you look back out through the portal, you see your body... is on the ground next to the bed, and your eyes have rolled back in your head. You're having a vision. You recognize, like, oh, when I walked towards the water, that was me ejecting from my body. You realize, oh, I am an oracle. I am fully one of the people of this hall. Like, this is me, right? You see, you look out into the room, and you see the Lord of the Hells goes, is that it out there? That's the world?
Yes, it is.
What part of Exandria are we in? Maybe it's all changed since the last time I was there. I don't know.
I won't lie to you. called Avalier.
Avalier. Flying over Dominus, yes?
Yes.
Is Dominus still beautiful?
Parts of it, yes. Aspects of it.
I always said we were supposed to take credit for it all equally. Dominus was my favorite. But I always said, on the face of Exandria, Dominus was the smile. It truly is. It is. There is nothing like it.
Yeah, laying out great.
I have to leave you. I'm going back.
What became of Evandrin?
I don't quite know. Some sort of illness that was beyond my reach took him. The vision I had with you showed him walking towards a tree.
There are some less than kind workings of magic on some trees of old.
He was spitting up something that became intangible. And I felt him sort of fading when I picked him up, desperately trying to find some sort of a cure that was nowhere to be found. It wasn't from anything from this world that I could understand. Nobody could help.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Is it lying?
Why was he in the dream?
Yes.
Connection. His spirit was somehow near. I don't know how to describe it. Did you ever try, after his passing, to bring him back?
I tried to stop it from happening. And I never found him, really, when he passed. But I did everything I could to stop it.
Great and many are the powers of mortals to stop poisons, diseases, afflictions, and curses.
I know. Nobody would help. I know that city had some way of bringing him back. How could they not?
There are few you can trust. Very few. I don't know much. I have been away for quite some time, but of my domain I am certain. I am the father of lies, and there are many lies in the city you call home.
I don't call this city home.
The Lord of the Hells feels the impact of that. He looks at you and you have done me a great service and you have given me your trust, but I understand that mortals will always have a part of their soul that recoils from me. It is the nature of the gifts I gave them.
Then you made me wrong.
He puts a hand on your shoulder and interrupts your casting of atonement. And instead casts a spell on you and puts a protection from evil and good on you. That will protect you from myself, from Celestials, from Fae.
Thank you.
You see, he. You see.
Do take a bath.
And I just want to. You see that he says, time for that will come later. And you have work in Exandria, in the mortal realm. I am trapped in a space in between. Something. There's a poison. There is a poison in your city. And I think you know the shape of it.
I give him a nod. As I just innately just start to feel like my time here is up. I start to step away from him and I walk towards the portal. And as I start to step through it, I turn around and I say to him, come find me. And I go through.
You walk through. You leave. You come back into your body on the floor with the tight muscles of someone who has been, like, spasming in a state of religious ecstasy. And stand up out in the chamber, because that you have been occupied for a moment. Sapphira approaches you. Guildmaster Nidus, this was the first...
This is fun.
This is fun. The promise of the premise. You see that comes over and says, this was the first prophecy that Carwin gave around 2 weeks ago. We wrote it down. This was the first prophecy that was a false prophecy. That we knew that she had gone mad. Do you know that she had gone mad? Do you have your do you have a telecommunications device next to you? I'm gonna go ahead and send this to you because I want you to read this.
You want me to read it?
I want you
aloud.
Aloud.
Let's go.
I love it. Do I have a sense of how much time has passed?
As you awaken, a bit.
Okay.
You've been here for a minute.
Okay.
Okay.
I feel like I need a cigarette and I don't smoke.
So Sapphira places this and says, this was the first prophecy that let us know that she was matched and her prophecies have become false.
CVS Pharmacy, Lou, remember to text OK to update your preference to fill future eligible. Is this it?
Yes,
this is the one I just got.
Get your booster shot.
Get your booster shot. No, it should be there.
I got it.
You got it. Good. Reply to cancel.
The stars are leaving us. Our hands cannot reach. The limbs of the tree can no longer scribe the name of our deliverance. We will soon be as broken as our promises. Avalier shall fall. All shall fall. And from our folly will the hands that forged the world banish themselves from the broken things they have made. This was deemed false.
Yes.
In that?
We spoke to a member of the Octothurge, and we delivered it and said this is the prophecy, and the Guildmaster of the Guild of Divination decreed that it was false. Because it obviously can't be true.
Obviously.
That was the right decision, wasn't it? Something went wrong. They all went mad.
Yes.
Yeah, everything's getting hijacked.
I think it is best that we continue to consider that false.
Continue to.
That is false. I misspoke.
Guildmaster, is everything all right?
Yes, of course. I'm sure as soon as Xerxes leaves, we'll be on our way. Everything that Loris wanted us to take care of seems to have been handled.
Xerxes begins to march up the corridor, and you see Nidus here. It is now, as you are all wrapping up your business, it's about 1 o'clock in the morning. You get as you're leaving the magisterium, you get a ping on your ring of masks from Akami Ro, the helmswoman of Avalier.
Hold on. And I fire it up and look off.
Akami, Architect Arcane. Great news. We are in position over Kathmoira. All is well. We are now at the intersection of all 3 ley lines. And as of this moment, descent has begun. Hooray! Descent.
Nothing of note to report?
No, I don't think there's anything of note to report. So, at this point, the entire process is automated. We've begun the protocol, so the Brimstone enchantment is working. The ley rudder, I went to go deactivate the ley rudder because we don't need it anymore, but there's a block that had your signature on it, so the ley rudder is still active?
Go ahead and leave that active. Don't worry about it. It's pulling a minutia, a negligible amount of power. We're fine. This is good. Thank you.
All right. Well, I'm going to stay here just in case. Obviously, the whole rest of the process is automated, but just in case anything.
Nope.
Mask goes neutral.
What? The fuck?
Okay, a bad thing. Just we have to go to the helm now. Now. Now.
All right. Can I port us?
You guys can assemble porters. Do you communicate that over over the telepathic bond?
To the helm. Did this man talk to a god?
You don't know yet that this man talked to a god.
Well, then in that case, the helm is the most important thing.
So that gets communicated over the telepathic bond.
The helmswoman was just attacked. We had meet now.
All of you hear this and begin to sprint towards the helm, which is off in Dawn's Ledge. You head to the neighborhood of Dawn's Ledge. As you begin to convene on that, flying, teleporting, moving in as fast as possible, you begin to move through the streets. You begin to approach the helm. You see the building up ahead of you. All of you convene again here in this moment. You hear far from Excelsior Plaza still, now the fireworks extravaganza is kind of dying down. You see that you still hear revelry and applause, and you can see, you feel the hum of now 3 ley lines converging in one, and the city is descending. You can feel, you actually see now clouds on the horizon, like slowly rising up as the city begins to descend. You walk through this neighborhood, and as you are walking, you hear a voice speak out. Ah, the Ring of Brass. And Lycretia Hollow looks at you, says...
Looks at us?
She's
in front of us?
Not just her. You look around at the rooftops around you.
Ambush.
I'm going to need everyone here to roll initiative.
Oh my god.
And that's all for this episode of Exandria Unlimited Calamity. Tune in next week. And we'll see.
We're going to kill this woman.
What did you do? What did
What'd you do?
What is happening?
I don't know.
I spent the whole time going like, oh no, maybe I'm the one that caused it. You did it!
Amazing.
We can all take turns causing the apocalypse together.
Exactly. We all had a hand in this crucifixion.
I remember, is it Thursday yet?
Is it Thursday yet? Huh. It's Thursday now, but now it's going to be the next Thursday is the next show, and we want to know if it's Thursday yet. Fuck.
Does that all take? As of yesterday, since they recorded things a week in advance, they were only waiting on one Thursday. Where the dimension that the Terrans were transported to. I thank you. I thank you for joining me. Being an extra. Huh? I wish thee good fortune and best of life. Because with now over half of the player characters' motives now being called into question, it's gonna be looking rough. I'll see you next Thursday if I don't end up recording again. Then I have no idea.